Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday evening to all. Jumping on actually rather late this evening. I do apologize, but I wanted to get this video in today. And if you have been following me every week, I said I would actually be going over the eight uh, key principles for running a successful business. I've already actually done the first two. And today we'll be going over discussing the third key principle for running a successful business, and which is structured planning. This one's actually going to be a short video for any reason. If you have any questions or further questions after this video, feel free actually to reach out to me, okay? We're going to be talking about structured planning. And like I said, it's the third key principle for running a successful business. The first part is having a simple structure saves energy and brain power. Okay, not having it can cause a lot of chaos and kills creativity and momentum. Okay, using basically what we're talking about, using and having a schedule. Okay, uh, I will throw out some examples if anyone needs to or interested in some how you say some scheduling apps. Some of these are free, some of them have a minimum, how you say, affordable subscription each month. I have used in the past. Trello was actually a good one. I don't currently use it. Trello was good. Google Calendar, I definitely use it. I have been using it in the past. Still use it in my businesses now. Asana was another new one. I actually just did some research on it and I did a what they call a test drive. That one's actually pretty good as well. And Calendly is definitely what I actually use right now and have been using in the past and for some years is actually awesome as well. But in other words, is if you don't have some kind of schedule, um, like I said, it's going to cause chaos. In other words, and it's going to kill that creativity and momentum that you actually could get to run a successful business. Okay, um, it's a imperative. It's a must. You have to have some kind of schedule. Okay. Uh, the second one I want to discuss in regards to structured planning will be daily planned. Okay. So in other words, it's on that schedule, whatever you're using that schedule, you want to have a daily plan. Okay. And this is for some people, and I'll tell you the other reason why I say some people, uh, plan tomorrow, tonight. Say that again. Plan for tomorrow, tonight before you end your workday. Okay. And why I said some people, you can also save more time on your schedule, only if time permits, to plan out your tasks for the week or for the month. There are some individuals who actually plan out their whole schedule for the month, which is awesome. And once again, if you listen to me, like I said, if time permits, if you're able to do that, or either delegate it to someone if you have a team underneath you, okay, or have someone to do that for you. I actually personally, because of my schedule and how you say, having the blessing to actually watch over a small loved one of mine, my new grandbaby, Desi. Shout out to Desi. I love you, baby girl. My sweet pea, my little princess. I actually made my schedule for Sundays. Is when I prepare for the whole week. So, in other words, on my schedule, on Sundays, I just pretty much plan for the whole week. So, in other words, so I don't actually have to worry about as far as my business things not getting done. It's going to get done because I actually plan for the whole week. And then also when I'm spending time and spending time with my grandbaby, watching her, it doesn't disrupt or interrupt that time of me actually watching her. Okay. Very, very important because you don't want to get overwhelmed or how you say, feel like that you're not being attentive to a loved one if you're actually watching a loved one. And then also maybe getting overwhelmed or feeling frustrated or feel like, okay, a failure, if you will, for whatever reason, different can have different emotions in regards to your business if they're not getting done. So I actually plan mine out. And like I said, I do mine weekly and I do that on Sundays. Okay. And that's for the upcoming week. And I said only if time permits, or if you actually can delegate that, or if you have someone actually who can do that for you. Why daily planning is important for people who actually prefer. doing daily planning because it equals to moves. And that means what exact actions will move the needle today, meaning what's going to move those daily actions that's going to move your business forward. Okay. The next one we're going to be talking about now is weekly, like weekly equals milestones. What must you get done this week to make the goal real? Okay, whatever your goal is. Okay. And then the weekly review, analyze what worked and what didn't at the end of each week. Okay, so say like a weekly milestone, you might actually jot down, I'll throw out an example real quick that you uh, want to reach out to 5 new prospects weekly. Okay, so like one a day, so 5 weekly. And then if you actually did at the end of the week, analyze what worked and what didn't at the end of the week. Okay, so like if you didn't reach um, 5 new prospects, okay, and what happened, what caused you? Was it timing? Was it your schedule? In other words, find out what worked and also why it didn't work at the end of each week. Okay, and then you can actually plan for the following week and kind of tweak it. Okay. The last one would be monthly, or we would call them even quarterly planning. Once again, kind of go hand in hand. Okay, depends on actually how you want to do this. Monthly equals mission. What's the goal for that month? Okay, an example be you might want to grow your email list by 300 subscribers and launch a new digital program, digital product. It might be something you want to actually do monthly. Okay, or quarterly planning, bigger adjustments every 3 months, new months, scaling, etc. An example, I release new products in regards to my business as far as my store for the 4 seasons we have in the year, like spring, summer, fall, and winter. If you actually follow me, you actually see those new releases every year, the spring, summer, fall, winter products that I actually release. Okay. So once again, like I said, it was going to be a short video this evening, and it is actually the third key principle for running a successful business, which is structured planning, which simply means having a simple structure which saves energy and brain power. In other words, some kind of schedule, you guys. Okay, and some of us have like a physical like calendar that you actually write in. I actually have one of those as well. Or some people like to use how you say digital, or like you said, an app, if you will. Okay. Very, very important to actually um, get one of those, one of the other, if not both. Okay. Daily planning. How you say, you definitely got a plan tomorrow, tonight, if that's actually what you're going to be setting up for everyday daily planning. If you don't and you actually have the time, if time permits, you might actually want to do it weekly or monthly. Okay. But in other words, you want to have some kind of plan, whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly, whatever works for you. Okay. And definitely those weekly milestones, what you must get done this week to make that goal real, whatever goal you actually have set for the week. And also at the end of the week, analyze what worked and what didn't at the end of each week. Okay. And then also you're going to the monthly, which is the mission. What is the mission? What's the goal for that month? And then as well, if you actually want to do what they call quarterly planning, you can actually do that as well. And that means those bigger adjustments every 3 months. Okay. That's all actually for this evening, you guys. And like I said, that was my video in regards to the third key principle for running a successful business, which is structured planning. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week thus far. I'll actually be talking to you all next week in regards to when we'll be going over that fourth key principle in regards to running a successful business. Bye for now. You take care. Everyone take care and have a wonderful evening.